Hello, friends! Today, we are going to talk about the Lincoln Memorial. You can read along with us by downloading this lesson plan from our website, learnbright.org. Ready to get started? Let's go! Every town in the United States will have parks and recreation areas containing monuments, statues, and memorials. A memorial, usually a unique structure or artwork, reminds people of a person or event. Most are built many years after the person or event happened. Memorials are designed so that people will remember the talented people, places, or events that occurred. Memorials, or monuments like statues, are not only pieces of artwork we look at, but represent something unique to everyone who sees them. Monuments have meaning and significance to the people visiting them. Although there are thousands of monuments across the United States, many of the most famous monuments are in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. There are more than 200 historical monuments in Washington, representing everyone from famous Americans like Abraham Lincoln to Martin Luther King Jr., or even one dedicated to Jose Artigas, the father of Uruguayan independence. There was also a monument dedicated to the victims of the Titanic. So as you can see, monuments are essential ways we remember people, places, and historical events. One of the most famous monuments in the U.S. is the Lincoln Memorial. Abraham Lincoln is a true American success story. He was the son of a poor farmer living on the frontier. When young Abraham finished the long days of work on the farm, Lincoln read books borrowed from neighbors and friends by candlelight late into the night. As he grew older, he worked as a store clerk, river trader, and rail splitter. Lincoln earned a reputation for being a hard worker, honest, and having a great sense of humor. In 1837, Lincoln worked hard enough to earn a law degree. In 1842, he married Mary Todd, and together they had 4 sons. In 1846, he was elected to the House of Representatives. An interesting historical fact is that while in Washington, Lincoln attended the opening ceremonies to lay the cornerstone to what would later become another famous monument, the Washington Monument. The Lincoln Memorial sits across from the Washington Monument. By now, you know the rest of the story. Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th President of the United States in 1860. Lincoln is best known for the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed enslaved people. Under his leadership, Lincoln steered the country during the Civil War, leading the Union to victory over the Confederacy and ending enslavement in the United States forever. His calm demeanor and willingness to compromise helped to heal the war-torn nation and reunite the North and South into one country. Unfortunately, Lincoln was assassinated in April 1865, in the middle of his second presidential term. Congress began work to create a memorial to remember his patriotism 2 years after Lincoln's death. In March of 1867, Congress created a commission to design and build a memorial. It would be another 43 years, 1910, before a bill passed Congress to begin work on the Lincoln Memorial. It took another 12 years to complete the project from the day of the design and construction. In 1922, President Harding and Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Robert Taft, officially accepted the memorial on behalf of the American people. Robert Todd Lincoln attended the ceremony, the only surviving son of Abraham and Mary. He was 78 years of age. Ironically, though many African Americans were invited and attended the event, they were moved to a segregated area near the monument. The people Lincoln had given his life's work to end enslavement still faced racial discrimination nearly 60 years after the Civil War ended in 1865. Today, the Lincoln Memorial stands for more than a tribute to the memory of President Lincoln. It has become a monument to civil rights, racial equality, and justice for all Americans. Millions of people visit the most famous memorial in Washington every year. The monument commemorates one of the most outstanding leaders in American history. It is now an enduring symbol of the American ideal of democracy, freedom, and social justice for future generations. Wow, we just learned a lot of interesting information about the Lincoln Memorial. Let's review to see what you remember. True or false? The Lincoln Memorial took a long time to build. True. It took 43 years before Congress passed a bill to begin work, and another 12 to design and build the monument. According to the author, what is the purpose of memorials? Memorials are designed so that people will remember talented people, places, or events that occurred. Choose the word the author would say best describes the Lincoln Memorial. A. Boring. B. Insignificant. C. Symbolic. D. Enormous. E. Freedom. If you said C. Symbolic, you're correct. Excellent job, Memorial Masters.
Hope you had fun learning with us. Visit us at learnbright.org for thousands of free resources and turnkey solutions for teachers and homeschoolers.